welcome back again to the Clipboard Show. My name is Funmi.
And I'm Lateh.
Welcome, guys. We're excited for another show today. If you're just joining us, this show is about real life, real issues, unscripted, real people. We talk about everything. There's nothing we don't talk about here. We appreciate your comments. We want you to stay tuned and remember to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that whenever we put out anything, you're the first to get it. So Lateh, what are we talking about today? What do we have for our people today?
Yes, if you have not seen all of our episodes, please go on the social media on YouTube and check it out, the Clipboard Show, and you see all that we have for you. Today we just want to look at what is going on, because I don't understand where the society is going right now, especially what's happening back home in Nigeria. The ritual killings that is happening, it's been there, but it's becoming more trending what is going on, and my fear is among the young people. That is why we want to look at it. We want to look at what is actually causing this and how can we handle it. Where can we come in? Because the media has a role to play. People have the role to play. The leaders, the government, the religious bodies like pastors, imam, whatever you believe in has a role to play. So we just want to see how is this happening and what can we do to curtail this, because it doesn't really paint Nigeria in a very good way. It doesn't help the society. So that is why we're here. We're looking at the insane killing among young people for rituals, which is very, very terrible. It's bad.
Yeah. So the thing is, like you were saying, it's not new, but social media has sort of pushed it out there.
So we see.
So we're seeing.
Yes.
Exactly. We're seeing what's going on. We're seeing, and these people aren't ashamed anymore. You know, it's not like they had any shame before, but now it's really bad.
No fear,
because their juju priest or babalawo or whoever it is telling them, this is what you need to do.
And the funny thing is, the babalawo or the priest or whoever he goes to, you want to make money, how much does he have?
Exactly, they'll tell you that they're not supposed to have anything from the Nollywood movies I've watched.
They are designed to be poor.
They are designed to be poor.
And make you rich.
Exactly, you know. So, but that's how the devil works, you know. He will take something, he will give you something, but you will lose more.
Like so, the recent one happened, 17-year-old. Can you imagine what you were doing when you were 17? Can you imagine what you were thinking, what you were doing at that time? And somebody at 17 is thinking of how to make money, how to become a billionaire or whatever you become, and kill somebody, and even kill your friend.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really bad, you know. I don't condone violence. I don't condone those type of acts. You know, we don't condone that on this show. We don't applaud it, but we also have to look at what people are going through back home. Things are so. I'm not saying it is because things are hard, so it's okay for them to do what they're doing.
So yeah,
people are hungry.
Yeah, I understand. So government.
There's too much suffering.
Government has a role to play in this, because now the reps came up and say government should declare state of emergency for the ritual killings. But I think the family structure, family in Nigeria is losing values, because if a boy of 17-year-old can go out there and kill for rituals, that means something is wrong with the value system that the family has. Because before government will come in and what government will do, arrest people, right? But that's to be reactive. But what are the preventative measures that family need to prevent? Family need to have this value that instill, because I don't think at 17 I even think of making money from in that way.
So I don't think some people, I don't believe everybody, wants to do this. I don't believe that some of the people who are doing it want to do it. And I don't think it's about family values anymore. I think it's about survival. People are.
I don't think it's about survival.
No, it has to be about survival because.
I don't think it's about survival. The reason I tell you.
What are you talking about? Do you know how much?
The reason why. Okay, I'm sorry to cut it short, but the reason why I say it's not about survival is, in every condition that you put a Nigerian man, Nigeria must always survive without committing that type of crime. Anywhere you put the reason why I say it's not survival is these guys who are in this, they are not there to survive. They are there to become billionaires or millionaires, thinking they have to kill to be there, because the Mark Zuckerberg, the Bill Gates, the Elon Musk, they didn't kill anybody.
No, they didn't kill, but they had the opportunities to propel them to where they got to. Back home, they don't have that.
I agree.
I am not, like I said, I am not. I don't support.
But you think
evil. I don't support what they're doing.
But you think.
But
you think people are doing it because the condition.
Yeah, because they are hungry. People are suffering. You're talking about families. A family of 10 people, and I do blame the parents who that keep having these children and can't look after them. So you have a family of 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in that whole family, 2 people are going to school. So poor parents are struggling to put their 2 children out of 8 to school, right? So you have 6 more left. 6 of these kids have to go and hawk. They probably have to find menial jobs, go and work for somebody, sweep somewhere. They're not earning enough.
Okay.
You can imagine being poor for years and years and years, and then your parents have grown old. Maybe somebody gets sick. Some of them will lose a brother, sister, a mother, father, because they cannot afford to pay hospital bills. There is no money. How much you go to school, you come out, there are no jobs. These people are struggling. They are pushing to survive. But how can you survive when the government that is meant to look after you is not even helping your situation? You come out of school, they tell you go to school. Nigeria, and I'm sorry, but Nigeria doesn't push for anybody's talent.
That's true. That's
true. Our parents will tell you are going to school to be a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, and if you're not pushing, if you're not towing that line, then you're a failure. So people are going to school, managing to go. Some too, they can afford to, but the ones that are managing to go, they go to school, they come out, no job. And even when they find a job, they're asking for 5 years, 10 years experience. How will you have experience if you don't work?
It's not about the experience right now. You have to pay. If you want to work, if you want to work in the federal ministry, there's a certain amount you pay. If you want to work in the state ministry, there's a certain amount you pay. If you want to work in private companies, there's a certain amount you pay to be able to get employed. I don't want to mention names, but I have instances that we have put in money just to get somebody to be hired, and the chances is not like 10 over 10 that you have to be hired. Yeah, but they just want to say, okay, but now is this killing that is ongoing. Do you think that government and family and the society that what is going on now, do you think what do you think that we can come together to do to see how we can stop this, even if we cannot stop it, but bring it to the barest minimum? What do you think should be?
Well, I think for some people who genuinely want to work and make money to provide for their families, I think we shouldn't just leave everything to government, because government has failed its people woefully. That's the truth. If you've been blessed, you've worked hard and you have built a company or companies, and you can help train some of these individuals, help put them in, give them positions to work, and you have to be reasonable. How much is it? You want to pay somebody 20,000 naira a month. How much is the person going to pay for rent? The person has to eat. You know, I'm not, at the end of the day, I can't force anybody to do anything. But if the government isn't helping the people as it should, then I think human beings themselves, people in the country, should look and try to help as much as they can. And it's not just giving somebody 2,000 naira to eat today. No. You can, like I said, train them. And it's not just training them to sit down behind a desk and use the computer or their secretaries or anything. There's different things you can train them for.
My own take in this is, if you look at because the recent issues that happened, the recent killing that happened for the ritual, this is a 17-year-old which either it should be in SS3 or just finishing SS3. Yeah. So you're not even at the point where they say, oh, you're not at the stage where they say, oh, you are become a failure, or you don't make it in life, or you have a long way to go. So on what ground? Your parents are poor. Okay, you have excuse. My parents are poor. My parents could not provide. Now, do you think the best way to provide for your mother or for your father or for your look after your siblings is to go involved in this? And the one thing I see is, because of the way people are doing on social media, spending money, audio money. Because some of the money that you see on the Instagram and all that, they are audio money, they are not real. And they just want to be in their shoes. You just want to have so much money.
A lot of it is peer pressure.
Yeah.
You know, peer pressure. They see that their mates are driving cars. Some of them here, because, I mean, this Yahoo. A lot of them are doing it. So they see their mates driving cars, spending money, buying jewelry.
You go to club and they intimidate you with the drinks they buy and everything.
Exactly. So they want to also be like them. You know?
Go home and
you go home and maybe you people are drinking Gary for the night.
So the next day,
not funny,
so
you know?
I think my take here is, in as much as government has a lot to do to provide jobs, to make sure they provide jobs, because when you provide jobs, all these killings, ritual killing, will reduce. Because if you look, idea behind ritual killings is how to make money, right? If government be able to provide jobs, I think that would drop. Then churches too, because when you go to churches, the rate of prosperity teaching, making money teaching also can push somebody do whatever I have to do to make money. You have to. So the prosperity teaching, you don't even really see value teaching anymore. That teaching that when you come back from church, walking home, and somebody talk to you, you just look around and walk away. Those teachings are not there anymore. The only teaching is how you make money, how you prosper, how you do this, and all that. So churches also need to go back and still talk about value, because we have to place value on humans' life. You can't just come out and just slay somebody just because you want to make money. And family, I think family is losing value. That's what I think. Family is actually losing value.
Again, like what we're saying, families are losing value because there's no hope. The rich are rich, they're up there.
That's true.
We used to have rich, average, and poor.
Yeah.
Now we just have, you're either rich or you're poor.
I don't think we have middle class
anymore. You are either rich or you're poor. And it's hard. It's not, like I said, I don't support evil. I don't support what they're doing.
But people are actually going through hard times.
People are really suffering.
That's true.
There's so much suffering in Nigeria. Is heartbreaking. A country that has so much wealth. So much. And it's so sad that, like we said, it's sad that the government isn't doing anything about it. But as it is at this point, it would be nice for other citizens who have so much money to look into helping
to invest,
to help, build factories, help these people.
Okay, go ahead.
Another thing too is, when corruption goes very deep, it's very hard to come out.
I think very soon we'll be looking. In as much as we talk about anything that we on this show, we try as much as possible not to be like dive into politics, but I think time will come that we have to now, because the media also need to look at this. And another thing I think is, when these people are arrested, the Nigerian media talks about it, but they don't follow it to the end and see the repercussion, and show these people what happens in the court. They are sentenced to death or sentenced to life or whatever the sentence. We don't see the consequences of this action, so people don't care. But if the news media follow these issues from the beginning to the end and tell us, oh, this guy is sentenced for life imprisonment, this guy is going to face these consequences for his action, I think that will also deter people. But the media just talk about it just that
it's
time.
all part of the corruption. That is part of the corruption, because you have people you are sentencing 10 years, 20 years. It is all about money, bribing the right people, you know. Like, I don't want to say these things about my country, but this is what it is.
We don't sugarcoat anything here.
It is what it is. You are bribing people, so before you know it, the person is out.
Yeah, so
the person that doesn't serve any sentence, the person doesn't, there's no punishment. It's just the person is just set free.
Yes.
Put back in the system, and then goes back and continues from where he left off or where she left off, because there's no repercussions.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So,
for those who finally face repercussion, the media should let us know. The media should follow us to the end, so we see that, oh, this person faces so years imprisonment. This person is serving the time. This person is being sentenced for this. So that will be a deterrent for others, because some people don't even, because sometimes the court give pronouncement just to deter other people from doing it. So if we don't see any consequences, we don't see anybody suffering, people will like, oh, nothing is going on.
You know, when Nigeria became a democratic nation, I said it from the onset. I was like, Nigeria isn't ready. They don't need democracy because they don't know how to do things the right way. They need guidance. They need strong hands. They need to be told, go here, go there. I'm telling you.
You're actually speaking for the military.
No, it's true. Nigeria was never ready for democratic.
It's not that we are not ready for it. It's not that we are not ready for it. It's just that we are not ready to do the right thing. We are ready for it, but we are not ready to do the right thing.
Listen, let me tell you, okay, democracy came in. What happened? What happened?
Even as much as we cannot actually put a good record that, okay, this is a progress that we made so far, but at the same time we enjoy some sort of freedom, which is a freedom
that has gotten the country to where it is today.
No. The fact that it's lawless, the fact that people don't pay for the crime they commit, doesn't mean that we are not ready for democracy. We're going to talk about this. It's going to be another issue that we'll talk about some other day. But the point I want to say is that let's talk about how can this stop? What can we do to reduce this killing? Because it's my fear, like I said earlier, is among the young people.
Yeah, but
it
is not in your power, Lateh.
It's not in my power.
It's not. Even us talking about it is not really going to change anything.
It can do something. It can go a long way.
What do you think we're doing different that other people haven't done?
You have to talk about it. You have to say something, because when you keep quiet,
I'm not saying we should keep quiet. You're asking what we can do to change things.
So what do you think we can do? Just say what do you think we can do to change it. That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, I don't have an answer for that, because I really don't have an answer for that, because people people are suffering, and that is why they are being pushed to do the things they're doing. It's unfortunate.
I don't think for my own point, I don't think because people are suffering they do that. I think people just want to be out there. You want to make money in a quick way. You don't want to be disciplined. You don't want to follow structure to make how you can do to make money. Either you don't want to learn trade, or you don't want to go to school. You just want to kill somebody to make money. It is not suffering. For me, it is not suffering that makes you commit that type of crime. That's my own take, because before you do that, you have seen people who make money, and those people who have made money that you're saying, you don't know what they went through.
Yes. But I believe poverty will drive you to do things that you yourself would never think you could have done.
I agree. I completely.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
you.
that everyone that is doing ritual killings is suffering and because they can't eat or whatever. Some of them are doing it because of peer pressure. They want to drive the latest Benz. They want to come on social media, wear diamonds or whatever and show off. But some of them are genuinely going through hell.
There was a point in time that.
And it is wrong to take other people's lives so that you can, take care of your family. But at the end of the day, may God never put us in the position where we don't have a choice. I don't want to. I can't judge anyone.
A choice? We always have a choice. For me, what are you talking about?
Listen, if you are put in a position where you feel like you don't have a choice, but the only way you have is to do something bad, you pray never to be put in to find yourself in that kind of position. I'm telling you. Look, there are people who have said, I will not do this, I can never do this, but circumstances have pushed them to do those things. Just like people who are I don't want to use the word, prostitutes, right?
Okay.
They're selling themselves for money. Some of them are doing it. When you talk to them, when you speak to them, you find out that some of them are doing it to look after their families. They are the breadwinners. Their parents are old, and the parents no education, so there's nothing to say that no handwork, nothing to show that this is what I'm doing to support my children. So it falls on maybe one of the daughters to now find a way to make sure they are paying rent for their parents. Of course, they all live in the same house, or they live, their parents live somewhere and they live somewhere. They are paying rent, buying food, paying for school fees for their siblings.
For me, I would be very glad to take you on this, because you still have people who are there doing sales girls, who are selling recharge cards, who are doing other businesses, who are striving without doing that. So for me, that's not an excuse.
No, you can't say that. And that's why I keep saying that. You can't say that.
For me, we will set this aside on a very different episode, and we talk about it. We trash it out.
Okay.
We trash it out.
Okay.
So if you ask me, okay, go ahead and talk to people. Come back.
Listen, we cherish your comments.
Okay.
Write something in the comment section. Let us know, your own experience, your suggestions. If you want us to do something different on this show,
okay,
just let us know what you're getting from us.
So basically. Now, let me tell you this story. This guy, this happened in Port Harcourt. He is related to this little girl. I think the girl was around 6. The girl calls him uncle. And you know what? In the morning, he was about to go dispose the body part of this girl. And he was at home with the mother and the dad looking for this girl. And he has already killed this girl in his room, the same house or compound that they live. And while they were looking for this girl, he was there going to search for this girl with them. Then in the morning, he was going to dispose the part that he doesn't need for the rituals. And he was called by the vigilante group. And he was taken to the police station. And guess what? The state CID, he ran away, and the police asked the dad or the victim to go get a pure water. You can imagine that. And he ran away, and he was caught in Jos and returned back. I think in Jos, I returned back to Port Harcourt. But the media, it was everywhere on social media. The news media was going with it. But that guy, I think he's been sentenced. But now the media don't go back and tell us what happened to this guy, so that could be deterrent to people. Number one is to solve this issue. Let's see people facing consequences, people facing time when you commit this type of crime. 2, let's just go back to value system and preach about value system. let family go back also, because family is losing so much value that family don't even have value on kids anymore in Nigeria. It wasn't like that at my 17. There's something out of money I cannot have in my pocket. You see that? Then me thinking of how to go make more money to become a billionaire. And for people who are out there in the cyber crime, you don't have to kill to commit cyber crime, to hack into systems. You don't have to kill. All you need to do is to study. People in North Korea, in Iran, in Russia
don't compare, please. Those countries, their system works.
I'm just
and the system in Nigeria don't work.
You can, if you have a laptop, if you have a data, if you're connected to Google, if you have Google, you can hack any system in the world. You don't have to kill.
Hack. So you're telling people to go and hack.
You can be a good. You can be. No, I'm not telling people to go hack. You can be a good hacker.
The way you
So
say,
when I
please, oh, you cannot be a good hacker.
So listen. I am not saying that people should, but I'm just telling you that you can, if you're in a cyber crime. If you're in a cyber crime,
No.
if that is what you say. Listen.
No. Don't say that's what you want.
Let me make my point. Let me clear my point. I am just saying that if you think that this is where you go, you want to make money from the internet by committing cyber crime, I'm just telling you, you don't have to kill.
Yes.
You don't have to kill because,
but the cyber crime too is wrong.
It's wrong.
It's wrong because you are some of the people that these Yahoo boys are taking money from. They are wiping them clean. These people are selling their houses, properties, just to. Although I know that greed is also involved in that on the wiping
on both sides. So
but,
in as much as we condemn,
wrong is wrong.
In as much as we condemn that, but I'm just saying it. So you don't have to take somebody's life. I'm just telling that. Yes. I'm just saying it.
I agree with you, yes, but
because if they were killing people to do that, I don't think we should have people in North Korea anymore, or Russia, or some of those countries that have sophisticated hackers. You can be a good hacker. You can be a white hat.
Lateh, making me laugh.
No. Let me educate the viewers. People hack for living. Like company hire you just to hack their system and they pay you.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What they want you to do is that penetrate in our system. We want to see if there is any vulnerability in our system. So hack us and we pay you. Then if you're able to hack us, you say, okay, this is where I hack you. You have to do this, I have to do that.
I agree.
Yeah, so instead of us to be like just go into like being a bad hacker, you can also be a good hacker. If you have a laptop and that's what you want to do, why not turn towards to be the white hat hacker that you can have a company and company pay you, and you have a license to hack, and company give authorization, hack me. I want to see if you can hack me, and if you hack me, you get paid. So that will also, because government don't even break out these programs for people to know. People think the only way I can make money on the internet is to get money from people.
That's why I'm talking about us not relying on the government. Isn't doing anything. They're not going to do anything. You know, it's very sad. It's unfortunate that is the government that we have in that country. But if individuals, civilians, you know, with companies that they're making so much money, and you can afford to help people who have just graduated, employ them, train them.
Yeah.
You know, when you give them hope when you do that. But when somebody comes out of school and they are going from one company to the next and they're telling you that you need 5 years experience, you need 10 years experience, before you know it, the person is driving a taxi, or they are selling pure water, or they're in the market selling one food item or the other, is so unfair, you know, that you have to bunch somebody who is educated with somebody who is not educated just because the system has failed them.
Yeah, that's
you know?
true. That's true.
It's really sad.
That's true. So thank you so much for staying with us. We are definitely going to talk about these issues again, and the issue of hacking or not hacking, cybercrime. We'll be having an episode here that talk about cybercrime, what you can do out there in the cyber world without doing it. You don't have to do it illegally. You can do it legally and get paid and make money. So if you have the talent, we're gonna tell you how you can do it to make money from the internet without getting into trouble. We'll come out with an episode like that But we also want to thank you for staying with us, and we condemn every type of killing that is ongoing among the young people and old people for ritual purposes. Please, 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 government do something, family do something, religious bodies, churches and mosque, imam, whatever you do, religion that you practice, please help us because we have to stop this.
Yes. Thank you guys for tuning in, for watching us, and we appreciate your input. So please just go ahead, put something in the comment section. Let us know what you think about today's show, and stay tuned for the next episode.
Thank
Coming
you.
your way soon. Thank you guys.
We love
Have
you.
a great day. We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.